Good evening. Good evening. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of She Loves the podcast. Look, we have a great show tonight. This is the 2024 Celebration Bowl breakdown, and I have a very, very special guest. A lot of us Jackson State fans, alums, and coaches, we know of this gentleman right here, and he covers Jackson State football as well. Today, he's going to be on the other side. He's going to be pulling for the home team, and that is none other than South Carolina State. This is our second time doing a breakdown. Before I bring him up, I'm going to go ahead and set the scene and set the tone. Basically, Kobe is going to be talking about some of his impact players on South Carolina State's team, what they bring to the table. I might ask some questions, or you might have some questions in the chat for him. It's going to be banter, friendly banter all throughout. This is going to be fun, right? We're going to have a lot of information and a lot of dialogue. At the conclusion of both my presentation and Kobe's, we are going to open up the StreamYard, and you can come up and we can have another dialogue. So I'm getting ready to, of course, play a little video before I bring Kobe up, just to set the scene. I do want to let you guys know that I will be at the Celebration Bowl. I will be there on Friday at Radio Row, covering the Celebration Bowl and interviewing a lot of the coaches and the staff. So I'm really, really excited for that. I'll be popping this in and out. Of course, this is a fundraiser. This is just to help offset some of the costs associated with traveling to the Celebration Bowl. I will be leaving out on Thursday, returning home on Sunday. And so if you find this informative, like what we're doing, please donate. All of the information is at the bottom. Now, let me go ahead and set the scene for today. There we go. All right. It didn't come up. How many of y'all got fireplaces? It's been getting cold. How many of you guys have fireplaces?
It's a fireplace, the centerpiece of any romantic cuddle fest, but at its heart is a home staple that requires proper cleaning and regular inspection.
At the base of every warm hearth is the soot from your last snuggle sesh. If you don't keep this stuff vacuumed on the regular, you're setting yourself up for a serious fire hazard.
Cleaning your fireplace regularly also increases its efficiency and minimizes odor and allergy issues.
If you want to minimize the strain that future home systems and appliances can cause, consider a home warranty, because Fidelity has you covered.
So, of course, one of Kobe's staples is his fireplace. We are trying to unplug it this weekend, but he says, not so fast. Thank you so much, Kobe, for coming on and doing this breakdown with me. Go ahead and shout out your channel and shout out your fans and shout out the South Carolina State Bulldog Nation.
Listen. Name of the channel, Blitz City Podcast. Okay, if you are the least bit interested in what we have going on in Orangeburg, you can definitely check that out. Okay. It's gonna be South Carolina State content until after the game is over with. Then we can get back to Jackson State and the recruiting stuff and all that. But for right now, you know what you're gonna get when you come over here, when you come over to Blitz City. All right. That's number one. Number two, shout out to the soon to be two-time Celebration Bowl champions, my South Carolina State Bulldogs. Shout out to them. They leave out tomorrow, so safe travels for them. Of course, we want them to get there safely. We want them to be well rested, so they aren't too tired when they get to hold that trophy at the end of the game Saturday.
Okay.
Still got a whole day to do stuff.
Big boy talk. You doing that big boy talk.
Yeah, I'm very excited, guys. I'm very excited to get this going. Y'all know this all love, though. It ain't nothing serious.
Absolutely. Talk your stuff, Kobe. We like it. We're all for the banter. We're not sensitive. All we ask is people in the chat, y'all keep it respectful. We banter with the best. We had a great time. This makes for good content. My first time meeting you, of course, was last year at the MEAC SWAT Challenge. Everybody want to bring up 2021. Don't nobody want to bring up 2023.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. For some reason, everybody seems to forget about that. But that's why this weekend we will be reminding everybody about that. All right. So of course, I definitely want to allow the guests to go first. That's just being, nice and professional and respectful. We're going to let the South Carolina State Bulldogs, represented by Kobe Orr, go first.
I like how you chose the little cute bulldog. You didn't want to get nothing menacing, huh? You got y'all the menacing tiger, but we get the little cute.
Are bulldogs menacing?
That's cool.
They the ones that I found, they were just kind of rolling around sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That bark worse is the bark worse than the bite?
Oh my gosh. So I feel like this guy needs no introduction, right? But especially recently, but I'm gonna do it anyway because y'all gonna be seeing a lot of them in the end zone. But that's right.
So, okay.
E7, Eric Phoenix, right? That's our guy. The player of the year, by the way. Not only the MEAC player of the year, but the HBCU Plus Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, he just keeps racking up. He just keeps racking up awards. What can we say? He's the best quarterback that we've had in a while, in a long time. Now, what we love most about Eric is that he can extend plays, right? Like nobody's business. He can avoid the sack. See, I know y'all got a nice front seven over there in Jackson. Trust me, I've been watching y'all. Of course. I haven't strayed from y'all. I know y'all got a very nice front seven, but they gonna have to catch Eric. You still gonna have work to do if you shed those blocks. You gonna have work to do, and not many people can catch Eric. So I'm sorry, Eric. Not many people can do it. Big arm. I don't need to tell you that as well. I mean, you can look at the highlights to see that. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can look at the highlights to see that. But nah, he has a big arm. All right, so a lot of big plays, which is why those three speedy receivers we have. That's why they're the best offense by far in the MEAC. I mean, it just goes hand in hand. I'm just saying. Hopefully, y'all got something to cover that. I doubt it. Next up, explosive. He's very explosive. Very explosive. I don't have to tell y'all that though, because again, y'all saw the North Carolina Central game. I know y'all tuned in. You saw the hit.
He's been out.
He's been out for the last game of the season. He's healthy now.
I'm sure you guys had damn near a month and a half. You had a whole extra.
We can't control that. We can't control
a whole other football season to get healed. Y'all had bye week after bye week after bye week.
We can't control that. What we supposed to do?
Bye. In
the meantime, in between time, we've been in practice, still hitting, still getting active. All right, we're not just sitting around watching TV and nothing like that. So we still active, and one could argue that we would have some rust to knock off Saturday anyway.
Well,
All right.
can you tell us a little bit about Eric Phoenix's background? Because he actually came from Benedict, from Chennisberry's former team, correct?
Yeah,
Former
yeah. So
championship team.
he won a championship with Coach Barry, and then he entered the portal and he wanted to try his hand at the FCS level, so he went to Murray State. And I think he played in a couple games, but then injuries happened, and then by the time he came back, he wasn't getting the spot back from the other guy, so he decided to come back to Coach Barry. Now, since Coach Barry was at the Division I level now, and finish out his career with him.
So that means
But
that he has experience in
he has
championship
experience.
games, championship situations.
He has experience with championship situations. He already knew the offense like the back of his hand, so there really wasn't much of an adjustment there. Plus, he was already familiar with a lot of the playmakers that came from Benedict with Coach Barry, so it made sense. That's why he was our only real target at QB in the offseason. We knew we were going to go after him. I actually wanted him when he first left Benedict, but we were still loyal to Corey Field. So now we got Eric. Could have had him for 2 years, but still, I'm glad we were able to get him this year. He knew everything coming in, basically. That's why it was kind of easy for him. After the FAMU game, it really got easy for him after that.
All right.
So, and not now, again, y'all saw the North Carolina Central game, right? If we talk about explosiveness, I mean, Caden High, one of the top receivers in the FCS in receiving, not just the MEAC. No, the FCS. That boy's up.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just read out his stats since I have them pulled up. I'll go ahead and read out his stats. So for 2024 statistics wise, he's a rusher, so he's versatile. He has 13 attempts for 117 yards. He's a receiver. He had 58 receptions for 892 yards, 7 touchdowns. And he's a kick returner too.
Yeah.
I got him on special teams.
We rotate, so he gets some reps in on returning kicks.
Okay. All right, Mr. Caden High.
So, hey, Deputy Mario, 5'9", 165, had 10 catches and 100 yards in the first half versus an FBS school. Don't let that size fool you, my boy. Don't let the size fool you.
Oh, he's saying that
that he's small. And you know what? I get it, right? Because Caden is small. Everybody looks at him, they assume he can't do nothing because he's small, and then that's why statistically he's one of the best in the FCS. All right, that ain't really something you want to try right there. That is a guy, that is a kid who came from one of the best programs out of the state of Georgia, high school programs, went unoverlooked because of his size. As a true freshman, started at Benedict and led the SEAC. Literally led the SEAC as a true freshman in receiving. That's a special talent. Don't let that size fool you. And now he's done it again in his sophomore year. All right, so he's literally out there.
Okay. I will say that some of his biggest games were against North Carolina A&T, Delaware State.
Hey, can't help that. Can't help the schedule.
He was good. He was getting down on North Carolina Central. That was one of your closest games. And Tennessee Tech.
Yeah.
Those are
Tennessee Tech. Well, we don't even got to talk about that. Lord, that had my blood pressure all the way up. I thought But yeah, man, Caden, like what he does best is move the chains. He could be a big play guy, but that's not necessarily what we need him for. I would like to think we need him for that in the Celebration Bowl, but that's not necessarily what we need him for. That's not his first job. He just moves the chains on third down. That's who we look for when it comes to him and
So
Eric.
basically, on third down, what you're saying is we need to put Rob McDaniel and AJ Petty on him on
You
third
could.
down, because you're saying that he's one of those third down receivers. He's going to move the change, so he needs double coverage. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that? Or?
If you ain't prioritizing him, you kind of disrespecting him. That's all I'm saying. I expected y'all to put Robert McDaniel on him. Actually, I expect that. So that's cool. I know he's a great DB. I won't take that away from him. I'm actually pretty worried about him Saturday. That's cool. If y'all want to do that, cool. We have other receivers. Okay, we got speed. We got speed all over. So I don't know who y'all gonna put McDaniel on, but I expect y'all to put him on our number one target, which is Caden. So cool. If that's what y'all want to do, cool. All right. Just know when it's time to improvise. All right, because when it's time to improvise and E7 scrambles out that pocket, him and Caden, they got that connection. So Caden's running right with him. I'm just saying it's gonna be interesting to see that little matchup in case y'all want to put McDaniel on. I'm actually excited for that.
I'm excited too, because one thing that Jackson State is good at doing is adjusting. And we have, of course, first team all SWAC, Kevrick Wiggins. We have, 11, of course, 11 all SWAC players. But one thing that we were good at is adjusting. And as the season went by, Jackson State definitely got better in the secondary. Jackson State definitely got better in the secondary. And so this is probably in terms of a matchup, an even kill matchup that comes basically down to making plays and coaching. I feel like this South Carolina State versus Jackson State matchup it's going to be one for the ages.
I think our receiving core versus your secondary is the most exciting part of this game. You know, because of who we have and because of the experience that y'all have on that side with K5, with McDaniels, with AJ Petty, Asias, can't even forget about him. You know, like y'all have so much experience on that secondary, and we got the speed. So like I'm trying to see. I'm really interested to see how that's gonna go. I'm really interested to see how that's gonna go. Because I feel like that's what
we know Jackson State's coming down with some interceptions, maybe a pick six. Just tell E7 keep his head on the swivel. Okay? Keep his head on the swivel. Keep his head on the swivel. So it looks like you went on the defensive side of things, and you're introducing us to Assad Hall.
Assad Hall, we call him Bill. So Assad actually, he was leading the FCS in sacks up until the last week. So I think he's number 3 in the nation now, but he was number 1. Either way, Assad Hall has been somebody we didn't expect to be as good as he was this year. When we lost Jablonski Patrick to the NFL, and then we lost Lejean to the FBS. So we didn't expect the defensive line to be as good as they were this year. Bill was a nice surprise for us. All right, he's powerful. Okay, he has a great first step. He really wins his battles at the line of scrimmage just by using power and being technical. That's what he's really good at. He is a pass rusher. And you know, for those of y'all who, if you played ball, any defensive lineman that you see out there who don't wear no sleeves, no gloves, no armbands, he just want to put on the minimal and go out there and play. That's a dangerous boy. I wouldn't want to face somebody like that. He don't care about the look. He just really loves playing ball, man. That's a good old country boy right there. 6'4", 235. Assad has been great for us.
Yeah, I do. I see. Basically, you guys you're tied with Traquan Thomas. It says through 11 games, Assad had 11 solo sacks. Of course, Alabama State played 12 games. So, okay. Let's see who's next. I mean, one thing I will say in response to Mr. Hall is our offensive line gets a kick out of having these types of matchups. Jakelby Givens from Southern, you know, the first time that we played him, he wasn't, his factor on the team was kind of eliminated. This last game, him and Davis definitely went back and forth, and Davis ended up winning the battle, but Jakelby definitely gave a great matchup. So I am expecting nothing less from our offensive line. But thank you for sharing, Mr. Assad Hall. Let's see who's next.
Before we
Okay.
I just want to say, speaking of y'all offensive linemen, a certain offensive lineman stopped me after the MEAC SWAC challenge last year, and he had a lot to say. Shout out to my guy Evan Henry. That's my boy. That's my boy. My boy, you better hope y'all pull it out. Because I want to get back. TC, I gotta point back at TC. I gotta get K5. I gotta get Jincy, Evan. Yeah. I can't wait for Saturday. We can move forward though. We can move forward.
You had to let that off your chest. Evan Henry was trolling you. Coach TC pointed at you. Was that at the press conference?
Yes, he pointed
I think I remember that.
Looked at me and smiled, and I was like, okay, yeah. He right now.
All right, Aaron Smith.
If you follow the top HBCU draft prospects, right, Aaron Smith is one of the top in this year's class. All right, Aaron is by far our best player on the team. Aaron literally played as a true freshman in the first Celebration Bowl. He was the one who got that interception on Shador. If you go back and watch them highlights, he was number 28 then. Now he's number 11. But he played. He's one of the 2, maybe 3 guys who played in that first Celebration Bowl. All right, he's our best player. He just got invited to the East-West Shrine Bowl. So he's gonna get his chance to show out in front of NFL scouts there. We're looking for him to be a day 3 guy. But Aaron is very much relentless. We're looking for him to be one of the best linebackers they have come through since Darius Leonard. All right, he's relentless. What makes him special is his sideline to sideline speed, right? He pops up on tape. He comes out of nowhere. As soon as you give that ball off to the running back, and if you try to bounce that thing to the outside, Aaron's right there every time. His whole job is just to crash offense, right? To crash the play, cause havoc, and he does so very well. He looks like a creative player. That's not even me being a fanboy right now. If you look at a picture of Aaron Smith, he's built like a creative player. All right, Aaron Smith is he's our best player. Shout out to him because he also I think he just got an award because he just got a 4.0 GPA. He just graduated not too long ago. Aaron is one of the best guys, the better guys on that team. Now, not only just players, but just as a person. Like, he's a great person. Great kid with a great head on his shoulders. And I'm expecting him, being that this is his last Celebration Bowl, his second chance at it too. I think he's going to be more motivated to go than anybody else.
Interesting. So I did see that there are a couple of players that were on that 2021 team that will be playing in the Celebration Bowl. So they have that experience. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Mr. Roberts is one of them.
Dyson. Y'all remember Dyson? Y'all remember Dyson from the first Celebration Bowl? He went viral after the fake punt. Marquette King, who still keeps in contact with him to this day, and texts him before every game. He got followed up with that. Dyson, yeah, he's back. He's back, guys.
Tell me about the fake pun again.
Huh?
Tell me about the fake pun again.
Y'all remember? Y'all thought y'all was getting the ball back. Y'all thought y'all was getting the ball back, and he just, he took off and he ran with it, and we got the first down. Remember? Y'all remember him? Yeah, he's gonna be back. And actually, he took last year off. He had some personal things he had to deal with, but now he's been balling this year, y'all. That year off was needed. He's been balling. He's been flipping the field. So that's why when y'all talk about Matt Noel, and I know Matt Noel is great. He's spectacular. I can't take nothing from that boy. All right, he's spectacular. Dyson's good too. So it's going to be a good battle, not only between our receivers and y'all's DBs, but on special teams when it's time to punt the football, because I know Matt Noel is going to do his thing, but Dyson has the ability to flip the field as well. So I think, if our offenses aren't converting, when we get the ball back from a punt, it's going to be a challenge for both of us as far as field position and being able to fight back and climb our way back into, more favorable field position after having the field flipped on us from each other's punters. So I think that's going to be a good matchup too.
Dyson Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your ace in the hole for special teams?
Yes. Simply Beautiful. It's okay. As
long as you punt, just make sure you punt to Travis Terrell or Jalen Dupree.
Why would we do that?
You can punt to 2 or 0.
I'm so good on that. Y'all don't think we know about that? Y'all don't think we know about Travis Terrell? We're not punting to that boy. Please, he's dangerous. We're not stupid. We're not punting to him. I would hope not. No.
So what is he doing? Punting outside? Like, what is he doing? Punting
away from him. If he's gonna get the ball, he's gonna have to. I hope we would make it to where he'd have to run back to pick it up. But by then, we're already right there. I'm not trying to kick it to that boy. I do not want to see.
You don't want to think about it.
I don't want to see Travis Terrell running a kickback. No, absolutely.
Yeah. Kick it to 0 or 2.
Absolutely. No. Okay. If we kick it to 0, kick it to 1, and let's go bar for bar.
You want to go bar for bar? Well, see, the thing about Jackson State special teams, there's something special, right? Last week, our long snapper, who's all SWAC, by the way, he was the first one to touch the ball. And he was also the last person to touch the ball because he recovered it from a muffed punt. So our special teams is relentless. I don't think we have a problem with kicking to folks or punting to folks because we know that we can tackle you. The ball comes out, depending on where it's at. It might be a safety. It might be, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Okay.
All right. All right. I don't know about bar for bar. It doesn't sound like a good time for South Carolina State University. Ooh, blue.
Hey, Zach. I know who you pick. All right, on HBCU Nightly, bro. Don't you with Josh right now? I'm not cool with y'all. All right. I'm not cool with y'all. It's cool. I know who you pick. We're gonna shock the world again. It's all right.
Keep your head on the swivel because this ain't the prime team. Just put it like that. Okay. This ain't prime. This ain't no we out talenting the SWAC BS that they were saying. This is homegrown. Yeah, let me. Y'all, I mean, you remember last year, and we wasn't even. That was the 7-4 team last year in the MEAC SWAC Challenge, and
y'all hired some homegrown talent. I'm proud of Jackson State. Everybody give me a round of applause.
I give.
Everybody
I
give me a
was
round of
wrong
applause.
last year.
They had some
I give y'all
homegrown
that.
talent. And got a homegrown ass whooping. That's a homemade ass whooping. That ass whooping from scratch. Okay? That ass whooping went out the box. That ass whooping came from scratch. Them folks told you last year, I hope you put me on homecoming. Them folks told you what they gonna. See, it's one thing to sneak up on me.
Better be glad my son's asleep. Otherwise, I'll have him. I'll have him do lessons with Braxton.
Mm.
Matter of fact, let me go ahead and share that beautiful video.
Hello, welcome back to Lessons with Kobe. Today we will be learning the term belt to ass in sign language. First, we're going to break it down. Stay with me. Belt to ass. One more time. Belt to ass. Together now. Belt to ass. And that concludes my lesson.
That was one of those see you next season type of deals, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love that video. That's one of Braxton's favorite videos too. But like I said, last year's team was last year's team. And we had a lot of stuff going on with our team.
So do we.
It was whew. Boy, I think because they just let y'all score that last touchdown. It was going to be an egg drop.
You're disrespectful.
It was getting ready to be an egg drop. And I don't know why. I don't know why South Carolina State folks just forget about 2023 under the helm of TC Taylor, but it was amazing to watch.
It's not that we forget, right? Right? It happened. Cool. You got your get back. All right. But this is one of the best teams we've had in years. It's like,
and
this is one of the best offenses we've had in years. We don't even care about last year no more. This is round 3. This is why we wanted this matchup. This is why after y'all got on me the way that y'all did, I looked up to the sky and I said, please, Lord, let us see them next year. And it's here.
You prayed for this?
I prayed for it.
I used to pray for times like this.
I used to pray. Hey, that sat on my heart. All right. I had to sit here and have y'all roast me and turn my fireplace off. No, I want revenge. I hope y'all know. We can go back to being family after the game, right? Depending on the outcome, give me, you may need to give me a couple hours. But we can go back to being family after the game. But I need revenge.
For sure. You're gonna need another revenge because Big D, not the little one, Big D. All right, so it's my turn. At this point in the season, I'm just reaffirming what we already know about our team and the matchups that we're going to have to go against. Of course, we have Jacoby and Morgan at the helm, the general.
Right.
And we all know what Jacoby and Morgan is good at doing. He's mobile. He can be, a dual threat. He can definitely add that dual threat capacity where he can take off. Now we've seen Coach TC call plays where he can sit in the pocket and let the running backs do the majority of the running, but we've also seen that Jacoby and Morgan will and can take off. And with his size at 6'4", 227 pounds, he's hard to take down. We also saw that Jackson State has a formidable quarterback room, right? Zy McDonald. If you want to talk, what happened?
Yeah, beast. Yes.
Did you got a chance to see him? You was scouting.
Yeah. Of course. Had to.
Yeah.
I like what I saw from Zion. I really did.
No doubt, one of the strongest and deepest quarterback rooms in the SWAC, right? You didn't really talk about your second string quarterback. So
I was trying to keep that, but hey, it's cool because I think
he was on a game. He was in a game. What you was trying to keep? You was trying to keep it a secret?
Maybe y'all didn't watch it. I don't know. I didn't think y'all would watch it. So Stub, you call him Stub. He comes from Incarnate Word. He was there with Cam Ward. Got a lot of experience under his belt. When he's on the field, he's literally the fastest player. There's no debate. Like what Zai is for y'all is what Stub is for us, basically. And they really relate in a lot of ways because they're both on the shorter side, but they're great athletes. Stub can run that offense. We saw one of the best defenses in the MEAC in Morgan State, and Stub put 55 on.
I'm wondering if you could really say that they're the best defense, putting that many points on Morgan State. That was like a complete breakdown of any type of offense whatsoever. Like what type of offense is that? I mean, defense like that. Morgan State. You can't call yourself the best defense in the MEAC and then let somebody put 54 points on you.
They ain't seen an offense like us. You can't blame them. They thought they had it after E7 went down. They didn't know. They didn't know what we had. They didn't know that our backup is like the third best quarterback in the MEAC behind, of course, Eric and Walker Harris. They didn't know that. It's not their fault. We got depth. It's cool. Shout out to Morgan. No,
Morgan State's defense is equivalent to Alabama State's defense.
Morgan State's?
Yeah. Is Morgan State's defense equivalent to Alabama State's defense?
You don't think so?
No. Absolutely not.
Elijah Williams, Eric Hunter,
Jason.
No. I don't know.
I want to say Alabama State had like damn near their whole front seven. Like, no, it's not even remotely equivalent. Alabama State's defense is nowhere near. And then Morgan State, you're not scoring 54 points on Alabama State. You're not scoring 54 points on Jackson State.
We don't have to score 50-something points on y'all. We just got to win. We just got to score more points, and we will do that, by the way. That's all.
I'm just letting you know that Jackson State's defense has, they've held in terms of scoring defense. I want to say that we're right behind Alabama State in terms of scoring defense. We're right there behind. Let me see.
I'm just saying. Right there behind who?
Oh, yeah. So Alabama State is at 5. We're talking about in all of FCS. Alabama State's 5 with averaging 16.67 points a game. Jackson State's at 10, averaging 17.92. South Carolina State is 19, averaging 20.91 points per game. That's how much you guys average.
They're good.
They're
good. I don't know.
They're good.
Nah, they all right. They okay.
All right. Head on a swivel. Anyway, Jacoby and Morgan, he at this point in this particular game, when we talk about game changers, game manager, Jacoby and Morgan, if he manages the game, doesn't have any turnovers, it'll be a blowout, right? Because the defense is going to definitely take care. Yeah, because the defense is going to take care of what it needs to take care of. The defense is going to make sure that you guys don't score. Okay? Red zone defense is you might come away with a field goal. Ain't gonna be none of that. Ain't gonna be none of that fake the field goal kick. You better do what worked for you. And you better have your chin strap on. Big
That's
D.
crazy.
We ain't playing. So
Listen.
Jacoby and Morgan, he just needs to be a game manager, not turning over the ball, moving the ball down. He's gonna have to throw, I wouldn't want to say maybe like 150 yards. I feel like we can get 300 plus yards offense at this particular game.
Interesting. But listen.
We need to get some defensive touchdowns in there.
Y'all ain't
Eric
getting,
Phoenix likes to throw it, and we
y'all,
like to catch it.
y'all ain't getting no defensive touchdowns. Forget that. Forget that from happening.
Eric Phoenix isn't throwing any interceptions.
I mean, he ain't throwing that Saturday.
Okay. Well, neither is Jacoby, and he's going to protect the ball and just, leading them down. And then, of course, you're going to let, freshman of the year, All-American, Travis Terrell. I want to say he was also a finalist for the FCS. He didn't end up winning, but he was a
What, the
finalist.
top award, I think?
Huh?
Was like the top freshman award?
Yes, he was a finalist. Folks in the chat saying that Eric not even starting on Saturday while you over there playing. He might be out. Like, are you trying to conceal that it's the other quarterback starting?
I really don't have to lie to y'all about that. No, Eric is not. He's gonna be healthy, but he's healthy for that game. I don't need to lie to y'all.
So Travis Terrell, you know about Travis Terrell. You know that he is a return specialist. But bigger than that, he's definitely elusive and able to get into those gaps and take off very fast, very talented. And I'm sorry, Travis Terrell is going back hometown hero. I feel like he is going to definitely cut up on Saturday, being that he's at home amongst all his family and friends, and school can come out, his high school can come out and see him. I feel like he is going to cut up. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a touchdown or two. Just being shifty. Of course, his speed and acceleration, strength and explosiveness, and the way he cuts and runs routes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. That boy is crazy. A touchdown, though? I don't see it.
God, he's so elusive.
He'll make a play. He gonna make plays. I expect him to. I expect him to have a little juke, a little pretty little cut. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna make ESPN or something. He ain't scoring though. Not scoring. Not on special teams. It's not. We know who he is. Why would we kick to him? We know who he is.
Find ways. We'll find ways. But yes, Travis Terrell, he's from Creekside High School. So I definitely expect for him. Mr. Ford said drop the link, but then he never come up here. What's up with that, Mr. Ford? But Atlanta, Georgia, stand up. I feel like Travis Terrell is gonna have a game. Whew. Are you scared of Irv Mulligan?
Yeah, I'm real. Irv Mulligan is a beast. We know how good he is. I mean, he's from down here. He's from my way. I'm definitely scared of what Irv can do. Irv is a punishing back. He's the type of back who he gets stronger with rhythm. Like he looks to deliver the punishment as he's going to get hit, and he keeps his legs even after the first bit of contact. So yeah, I'd be crazy to sit up here in front like Irv isn't who he is. He's that guy. So we gonna have our hands full trying to stop him, but it's not an impossible task. You can't stop somebody like Irv. You hope to contain somebody like Irv. So that's gonna be a challenge for us going into this game.
So for Irv, who previously, like you said, he's from South Carolina. Previous school was Wofford, of course. In terms of how much he's rushed for 2024. He's at 1,174 yards, 11 touchdowns. The only game where in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in the last 7 games, the only game where he had less than 100 yards was Alabama State.
Mm.
And I just don't see the ability to contain. I studied the defensive line, but I saw that North Carolina Central was able to move the ball on your defensive line. Probably one of your more formidable games. For me,
Yeah,
I had to look
they are.
at Tennessee Tech, North Carolina Central, and then FAMU to get an idea of how you guys work in those tight situations and how these teams were able to score on you. So I feel like it is doable for Irv Mulligan to have 125 to 150 yards in this game. Is probably going to be paramount is the rushing. And can South Carolina State stop the rushing?
That's the question. We like. I don't think there's not anybody who doesn't expect this game and this plan to go through Irv. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Everybody expects y'all to set the tempo through him, to run this thing, and then let him and how good he is in the run, set up the pass and everything like that. So if he does get it, it's not a surprise. Yeah, that is a doable thing. Like Irv is one of the best players in the nation. You have to respect this. So yeah, no, we expect to get this. That's gonna be the focus for us.
Now, I will say this, just being transparent. I did look up rushing defense, and South Carolina State is actually at 18. Of course, you guys only had 11 games. So in 11 games, you allowed 365 attempts for 1,264 yards. It averages out to 3.46 yards per rush, with 11 opponent rushing touchdowns, right? You average 114.9 yards per game. That's your average. For Jackson State, through 13 games, 437 attempts for 1,518 yards. The yards are at 3.47 yards per rush, with opponents getting 13 rushing touchdowns. Yards per game is 116.8. So this particular matchup will definitely be a battle for the rushing. And I'm excited to see it, because if it's one thing that we know, outside of that Alabama State game, Irv Mulligan has been able to punch through those defenses and get some good amount of yardage. Hey, Mr. Ford.
Hey, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, I wanted to express my condolences to the family of the educator and writer, intellectual Nikki Giovanni. My wife informed me this morning that Nikki passed away. I don't know if it was this morning or yesterday, but I wanted to express my condolences. The first time that I read, I think I was about 10 years old, that the government could spy on all of us was the writings of Nikki Giovanni. She had did a piece for Ebony magazine. And at that time, I can't even tell you what that did to my mind, but it was a major loss. If you ever get a chance, go back and look at there was a podcast or interview that was done with Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin many, many years ago. It's worth looking at. Kobe, so happy to hear your voice. I hadn't heard you in a while. You know, I'm one of your biggest fans.
I appreciate
And it's always good to hear you and Mr. Mona together. And I'm just I'm just so looking forward to this game Saturday. I'm leaving. I think the game is at 12. I'm leaving my house at 10. I'm taking it all in. My word for the game is epic. I think that the team with the two best personnel, talent, everything is going to collide in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I basically feel that this could turn out to be the greatest celebration bowl that we've ever had. And I'm just looking forward to it.
Oh, you ready to see those South Carolina State Bulldogs?
I'm ready to see the game. I can't wait. And by the way, let me say this. Congratulations to Willie Simmons on his new job at Florida International University. And I want to ask both of you, because I think it's so important, that the three schools that I'm really keeping up with right now is Norfolk State, Alabama A&M, and Prairie View. And I don't want them to go out and get these novices, these apprentices. I need for each one of those institutions to go out and get championship coaches. And I want their resumes to say that they've already won championships. But I want to say to both of you, what have you heard about the situation at Norfolk? What is this? What have you heard about the situation at Alabama A&M and at Prairie View?
The only school I've heard of is Norfolk, and it seems like they really do want Vic, but there is something that's like stopping Vic from getting
A degree.
Yeah,
A college
basically.
degree. Somebody has to give him a basket weaving bachelor's degree or something.
Basket.
Well, isn't that what Jackson did with Coach Prime? Didn't y'all go and
Yeah,
buy
but they
the
had
from?
time to do it. Like,
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was just a summer, wasn't it? Didn't he come up with a degree in the summer?
yeah, he did. But
Was it? What is it?
planned.
Talladega? Was it Talladega
should've
College
been-
or Talladega University?
Yeah, but they should have planned this. They knew.
That's
So,
like, that could have been done. It shouldn't be that big of a hurdle as it is. If you really want him as your coach, it shouldn't be that big of a hurdle.
So, back to the Jackson State University Tigers. Mr. Ford, we're going to run through the rest of these all SWAC players and all first team and second team. And we're going to run through all of these talented Jackson State players that's going to have big contributions to this game on Saturday. And then we will open up the floor for an open panel. So, of course, like I said, Irv Mulligan, dog, okay? Dog. And he's got a chip on his shoulder, and he's going to lead us. He's going to lead us to the promised land of the Celebration Bowl. It's been 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. We are back at the Celebration Bowl, and this is it right here. This is it. Whew. Whew. I am making the bold statement that South Carolina State, outside of Georgia Southern, has not met a HBCU defense, or any team that they play on their schedule. They have not met a defense like Jackson State.
Oh my goodness. I saw that tweet.
It's a bold statement, but I feel like it's true. You have not met, Eric Phoenix has not met a defense like Jackson State. I know you said that the front seven, you've heard about the front seven and how atrocious we are and aggressive and but we have to catch Eric Phoenix first. That's what you said. Well, we got some folks that'll catch him.
Okay. Y'all forgetting? Are y'all forgetting something though?
What?
You got one of the best offensive linemen in the FCS. That's according to Blue. That's according to the media. I ain't even. You know what I'm saying? We got Nick Taste. We got one of the best offensive line. We have the best offensive line in the MEAC. Everybody returned from last year. Just saying, it ain't gonna be. I ain't saying Joshua ain't gonna.
Was that the same offensive line at the FAMU game?
Easy for him. You can't count the FAMU game. Why y'all keep bringing up the FAMU game?
It was this season.
That was a new team. That was our first game. We had to get it. We had to get acclimated. We had to get our bearings together.
I feel you. I feel you.
You know, but hey,
I mean, listen. If we look at your schedule, I want you to point out to me one of the formidable defenses that you guys faced. And please don't say Morgan State. You can't use Morgan State as an example.
He does have elite talent on that defense.
I don't know what happened that day. They must have took the day off, or they was on the bench, or they went to the bathroom and didn't come back after they were not showing up.
Oh my goodness. Tennessee Tech was a decent defense. I'm not saying that y'all, but you know they were a decent defense. Georgia Southern's a good defense. We face people. We face formidable defenses. Okay, and I feel like if we can hang in there with Georgia Southern, we should be okay for Jackson State. Just saying.
That Georgia Southern game was what, 42-14?
They scored late to make it worse than what it was. Okay, and if you watch that game, you would know that they couldn't run directly. Neither could they pass directly. They did trick plays. They had to resort to trick plays, and it worked for them, fortunately. But they had to resort to that. They had to go to that, unfortunately. So that's why it looked worse than what it was. And they scored late to, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a lot more closer than what the score predicted. So yeah, they scored very late in that game to try to make it look worse than what it was. But we know the truth. If you watch that game, you know what it was.
So for us, it's, I just highlighted Joshua Nobles just because he's going to be important for the pass rush. He's first team all SWAC. But, I mean, we have so many talented, our defensive line, True Thompson, Phillip Webb. I mean, when I say you got to keep your head on the swivel, I mean that. And I feel like our defensive coordinator has got them boys to where we won't be doing an over pursuing of Eric Phoenix, which would cause that middle gap to be open for Caden High. I know our linebackers definitely are ready for that challenge. But Jackson State's given up 13 second half points in the last 7 games.
13 points in the last 7. That's cool. Have y'all faced an offense like us though?
I wouldn't say we have. I wouldn't say we have. I wouldn't say that we've. I would say, and that's why I made that bold statement, which is this offense hasn't met a defense like ours. So we're going into new territory, and on top of our defense, we have a balanced offense. And we faced a formidable defense. Alabama State, number 3 in all of FCS. And when it came down to it, when it came down to those key moments, the same as in the FAMU, which was a low-scoring game, when it came into those key moments, the defense made some plays. Would you say you guys have a balanced offense, or you're more of a pass-first type of offense?
Whatever the situation is for.
Okay.
That's whatever the situation calls for. We have pieces in the run game, in the running back room. We're by committee. And of course, you know what we have in that receiving room. Okay, there's our top 3 receivers, all 3 are top 3 in the conference. So I mean, we do what we do.
Are you familiar with Reed?
I am familiar with Reed. I like him a lot. He's a good tackler.
Very good tackler for those intermediate throws that Caden High likes to catch.
You saying he gonna stop Caden?
When you pass right there in the middle, you know how quarterbacks when the front likes to over pursue, they like to kind of pass right there in between where the safeties are and where the defensive line is, like right there in that middle part right there. I feel like because Reed, he has 62 total tackles on the season and 7 tackles for loss for 34 yards. He's got some sacks in there, some forced fumbles, some fumble recoveries, some quarterback hurries. We got it all. I feel like Reed is going to definitely apply that pressure to the quarterback as well as to those wide receivers. Just quick passes are, he's going to tackle you. And Caden High is a smaller type of receiver. So, you don't want to take too many. You don't want to take too many hits.
He don't. Because he's a big play guy. That's what he does. He can't move the chain. He's a big play guy. Can Reed run with him is the question. Right? Can any of the DBs match our speed? That is the $1 million question. See, we don't like to stay on the field long. You know what I'm saying? We like to scold, we like to get back to the bench, you know what I'm saying, drive what we're gonna do next time. That's what we do. We have speed. The only way to stop speed is to hit it in the mouth. Can you do that?
Yeah, I feel like we'll be ready, especially if you're doing an up-tempo type of offense. You think they're going to be doing that, Mr. Ford, a no-huddle offense?
Yeah. You got to remember now.
I think South Carolina.
The offensive brain trust at South Carolina State, they're SWAC people. I think his name is Jonathan Williams. He's a Grambling graduate. Shin has spent a number of years in the SWAC at Southern University. Yeah, they're going to be up-tempo. They're going to be. Now, as far as this Caden High kid you keep talking about, he's what we called in the old days a flanker. We now call him a Z. And the Z are the guys who run the patterns. They're the guys who are underneath, and if they don't go underneath, they'll bend it off and go for the flag or go for the post. He could be a problem, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Caden High could be a problem. Hey, Miss Whitley.
Yep. So Reed Pulliam, he's got the tackling, the speed, and agility.
Yeah, and that other kid you just talked about, that kid from Jackson, the DB, what's his name?
Rob McDaniel.
Rob McDaniel is going to be a pro. He's going to be a pro. He's versatile. He can do it all. He can be a nickel corner. He can be a corner. He could be a safety. He could be a strong safety. You can even bring him in the box and play him as a linebacker. He gets a shot at the league.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't even get any honors, Mr. Ford. He didn't get any honors.
Well, just remember, I keep telling you, they named Miles Crawley the preseason offensive player of the year. So somebody's blind.
He forgot about that. Nah, trash talk aside, though. Irv Mulligan, McDaniel, those two legitimate talents. All right. So yeah, that is something that we have to worry about. But it goes both ways with that.
Yeah, Mr. Ford. Kobe said that they got some Jackson State's never met an offense like South Carolina State.
You said Jackson State has never met an offense like South Carolina State?
Not this season. That's what Kobe said. What do you think about that?
It's a SWAC offense. It to be honest with you, it reminds me of the offense that Grambling had a few years ago when they had the kid from Dallas. Kobe, what was his name? He was from Dallas, Texas.
When
Grambling,
What position did he play?
He played quarterback. Remember, what was his name?
That old. He came from Ole Miss, right?
Yeah. That's the offense South Carolina State's running. It reminds me of that offense. I can't even think of that kid's name. You know, he's Doc's homeboy. That kid was from Dallas. Kincaid. That offense of South Carolina State runs reminds me of that offense that Kincaid and them ran.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, Rob McDaniel, he played a new position last Saturday and came out with 2 interceptions.
He's legitimate. Like I said, he gets a shot at the league. He gets a shot at the league. If he doesn't make the NFL, he makes Rock's league. He's a pro.
Very, very.
He's a pro.
So it'll be interesting to see once again. Kobe talks about the speed, agility, and how fast the wide receivers and the the running backs are on the team. So it'll be interesting to see these matchups. Like they said, offense wins games, defense wins championships.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Knoll, we know. Mr. Ford, did you know that the kicker from the first Celebration Bowl matchup between South Carolina State and Jackson State, he is actually still on the roster?
Oh, okay. So how many players are still left from that that game when there was
There's a handful. There's a handful.
okay, yeah, I'm thinking about that team. Yeah. And by the way, where's that big wide receiver y'all had? Remember the cat that Jackson couldn't match
Jack
up with
Davis.
that team? Okay, where is he?
I think he's contract in the UFL. That's what you call that league? The UFL, XFL.
Okay.
Recently, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Kobe, give me a little rundown on the second quarterback after Phoenix. Now, I know, is he about 6'5", 6'4"? What's his size? What's his intangibles?
He's like
Stub under 6 feet, Mr. Ford. Stub, he's kind of like, he's basically what Zai is for Jackson State.
Okay.
Same skill set.
And what part of South Carolina is he from?
I don't think he's from South Carolina.
Okay, so he's from where?
When he came from Incarnate Word.
This is the quarterback, second quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, who started against when y'all played Morgan State? Who was the starting quarterback?
Eric started, but he got hurt like the first or second drive. He got hurt real early in that game. That's when he sustained the injury. So then Stubblefield came in.
Okay. And now is he the quarterback of the future?
Could be. If I'm gonna be honest, we still gonna go out and look for a guy. We're gonna have it be an open competition in the offseason. Because we just offered the transfer quarterback from Central Michigan, so it's gonna be a competition, but it should be one that he should have the advantage in, just because he knows the offense already and he's produced in it. So, we'll see what happens in the offseason. But we're going after another guy, so it's gonna be somebody. We just had one hit the portal, so there's gonna be another quarterback in that room.
Yeah. And I want to say this to the Southern people. As long as Mark Fredericks is your offensive coordinator, you will never win the SWAC.
Oh, my God.
I want to say that to the Southern people. You will never win the SWAC as long as Mark Fredericks is your offensive coordinator.
They got to the SWAC championship.
They'll never win it as long as Mark Fredericks is their offensive coordinator.
You sound like when you said that, as long as Dooley's the head coach, you'll never win. Now, as long as so how are they going to win, Mr. Ford?
I love everything Terrence did, but he made a mistake at the offensive coordinator position. You'll never win it. You know it. You Southern people, you smart enough to know it. You know it.
Oh, my God.
You know it.
I'll send you the guy. I'll inbox you once we get off here. I'll send you, because I forgot his name. I'll send you his stuff, though.
Send us who stuff?
The quarterback we have next year.
Send it to me too, just in case we need to offer him.
Y'all already like to be in South Carolina enough.
We got that Wofford to Jackson State pipeline.
Oh yeah.
Y'all okay? Y'all, we'll see what happens with that other boy. All right, I'm recruiting him too. We ain't
So
with the running
when are you
back?
coming to town, Kobe?
I'm gonna leave. I'm going straight there after work Thursday. So
Okay.
I'll
Okay. Oh yeah.
leave.
You doing Radio Row?
Yeah, I'll be there for Radio Row.
Cool.
I'll be.
So I'm just excited to see this matchup. Matt Knoll, of course, he had limited opportunities for quite a few games just because the offense was clicking and there wasn't a need to punt. But for this particular matchup, I feel like the ability to have a punter like Matt Knoll, All-American, on the team, it's going to be our ace in the hole to be able to pin South Carolina State in that red zone. And, similar to the Alabama State game and a couple of other games, move those offensive linemen out the way so Ashton Taylor can come up the center. Or
Hey,
True
Kobe.
Thompson, or Philip Webb, or Joshua Nobles.
Hey, is Kobe still on?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still here.
Kobe, listen, you got a lot of your Bulldog people down here in Atlanta saying that they want South Carolina State to join the SWAC. How do you feel about that?
Join the SWAC.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't. First of all, I don't like that. I don't know who's saying that, but we loyal to the MEAC over here. I don't know why they would say something like that. That's crazy. Especially since word on the street is a certain school about to join the MEAC real soon. From what I've been hearing. So we loyal to the MEAC. Who would ask for that? Why would you want to be in the SWAC?
Because the SWAC is where it's at.
And the SWAC is making money.
We too loyal to the MEAC. I don't see that happening.
Complacency, Mr. Ford.
Oh,
they
okay.
don't want to move with the winner.
First, where will we even be put? Wouldn't that be more on travel? Like, where would we be?
You would be put on the east. You would be on the side with Bethune State, Alabama State. It would be the old SIAC.
Oh, Brandy says we're full, Mr. Ford. We don't have room.
We got 12 teams. That's not full.
The door is closed.
I keep telling y'all we need to go. We need a super conference of 20 teams, 4 divisions. I keep telling y'all that.
Listen, I love to see it, but I don't think that's happening no time soon.
I don't either.
The MEAC though, we are loyal to the MEAC. We're not. That I don't even think that's a thought. Them people they just gonna have to want that. That's as far as it's gonna go.
Yeah, so I think they're just talking about in terms of financially what's best for the MEAC, especially going into an era where athletics is going to be a big price point for the universities. The MEAC fans don't enjoy traveling like SWAC schools. Dang. How many you think you bringing down there, Kobe? You think you bring at least 10 to 12,000?
Outside is pretty much sold out, isn't it? We got a big base in Atlanta. When it comes to South Carolina State, so we got a big alumni base.
And let me say this: that man Grant, who's supposed to be the spokesman for ESPN, what's his name?
John Grant.
John Grant has done a piss poor job of selling this Celebration Bowl to the city of Atlanta.
Mr. Ford, you do know that I still got Radio Row, right?
I'm just telling you, he's done a piss poor job of selling this game to the people here in Atlanta, in the metro area. He's done a piss poor job.
It hasn't been out like that up there.
Yeah, he hasn't done nothing. He hasn't done nothing to sell this game. This game should be 70,000.
70,000.
Yeah. It'll probably be 40. What do you think? 45, 50, right?
I'll say about 40. I said 42.
Deck, a small part of the upper deck. So I feel like this is going to be probably a better crowd than the last time.
Yeah. I'm serious. I mean, hey, we're talking about a metro area of 8.8 million people, and we can't get 70,000.
Listen, if that's true, I don't know why. I mean, with all the storylines between us facing each other alone, right? Like this game could really sell itself. So I don't know why they haven't been advertising like that in the city. If that's true.
Well, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up the panel. So this is just a chance for people to come share their thoughts. Kobe, if you can stay on, you can, or if you want to leave, just, say the word. All right. First up, we have Maximilian.
What's up, sister? Everybody told me to come holler at you one more time. It's the last time I'm coming on your show, but I love you, though.
Who told you to come holler?
When I hear everybody say come holler at you on every Thursday. They say, man, you all do a show every Thursday, but we ain't gonna do that. Let's get to the thing that I want to talk about. Kobe, stop boosting, bro. You already know what's gonna happen. The same thing you said on the 23rd of last year. You were boosting up this team. All this team, we got them dogs. Y'all ain't gonna be able to deal with us. We blew through y'all, bro. That was just like we told Southern. Ain't nothing changed. It's the same team we played at the beginning of the year. Y'all the same team we played last year.
We are not.
I'm gonna put it by 40.
By 40?
By 40.
You know what?
One thing, that little scrambling quarterback y'all got, all we gotta do is sit a linebacker on safety on him, and he ain't going. That's what we do to every team we play. Ain't nothing new about y'all.
Played. We are not every team. Listen, you know what? I actually love that you think we the same team as last year. I want you. I hope y'all coaches think we the same team as last year.
What's different? What's different?
What's not different?
It's the same team. You got a worse coach.
Okay. Because Pugh's a legend. Pugh's a legend.
Yeah, he's a legend. I'll give him that.
He's a legend. All right.
He's a tactician.
Don't say it like that. Like we ain't got the hottest coach in the carousel.
We're going to find out on Saturday. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to come back on. I want him back on here. It's the same team we played last year. Y'all ain't no different. I'm telling you, y'all one of the weakest teams we're going to play. Y'all just boosting and hyping. Want to make somebody like y'all something special. I didn't see y'all ain't played nobody.
What you mean we ain't played nobody? Give
me a team you played that's comparable to Jackson State. Don't say FAMU because you saw what we did to them. Central. So if that's the best you can come up with.
Central.
Bruh, we played Louisiana first game and damn near whooped them. That's an FBS school. What are you talking about?
Stop that. Stop it.
Okay. We're going to come back on Saturday and we're going to talk about this. I'm going to tell you like I told you today, you was the same team we played last year. Probably worse.
We relied on a freshman running back last year. This is not that. This is not.
We can talk it up all we want to, but on Saturday, it ain't about the X's and the O's, it's about the what?
Oh, we gonna
Jimmy's and Joe's.
Then the Jimmy's and Joe's. That's what we got. We got all the Jimmy's and Joe's, baby. We're gonna step through that backfield. The defense is what's gonna murder y'all. I'm just finna tell you. You might have a good offense, but he ain't gonna get nobody gets off on us because he's gonna be on his butt most of the game.
Here's the thing. Them SWAT teams don't get off on y'all. Me at all different kind of ball. Y'all ain't used to that physicality.
That's what you said last year.
Y'all ain't used to that physicality.
I love. Go back and look at his recording he did last year. Everything he's saying last year, y'all ain't used to that. We played different. Y'all played just like we thought y'all gonna play.
I was a different team. It was a lot of things that happened before that game. I ain't made no excuses though. We lost. If we lost, we lost. All right, but we was relying on a freshman running back who's now in the SEC. It just ain't that.
The only reason we lost them 2 games to y'all because Deion Sanders was a shitty coach. I'll tell anybody that. I saw the game. Deion made some of the worst play calling I ever seen in my lifetime. So, but now we got a real coach. Now we
me
finna see what it's really about.
you lost the Celebration Bowl because of y'all, not because of us?
No, because of Deion Sanders. We was a better team. We have always been a better team.
What's going on, everybody?
We just took y'all for granted, and we shouldn't have.
Shaq Davis?
I'm not saying y'all was trash. Now, I'm not saying you was trash. I'm not saying that. But y'all weren't as good as what y'all – you shouldn't have won the game. You want to be factual. That's why you lost it this year. I mean, last year. And you go damn sure lose it this year. So the truth going to come out this year. Either we ain't nobody or we are who we say y'all are. And I believe y'all are who we say y'all are.
What's up, Kobe?
You probably want to come on to the swag, get some competition. You might want to come to the swag.
Oh, Lord. What's up, Kobe?
If y'all was
hey, I love y'all. I'm going to be quiet. Somebody else is in. I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
What's up,
you all right. You talking that talk. You let
He's talking.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk over somebody.
Go ahead and give us a score real quick, Maximilian. What's the score?
This is my score. It's like any other team.
I can't
41 to 13. If I give y'all 13. I don't think you're gonna score. I really don't. You might get one lucky touchdown. You're gonna throw some wild ball like y'all always do. Y'all don't play football. Y'all play trick ball. You try to run the ball on a punt. Y'all don't play no down field football. We're gonna show y'all Saturday the way we play and the way y'all play. But we're gonna be ready for it this time.
So mad. You still mad by 21. That's what this is.
Oh, Jesus.
We're gonna play head up though. But Saturday's like I'm gonna tell you, like I said, either I'm a lie or I'm telling the truth. Saturday gonna tell the truth. I'm telling y'all are what I'm saying y'all are. Y'all the same team we played last year, just worse.
Oh my, worse?
Okay, well now I'm okay. Hey, I love. I'll be a man. I'll come back here on Sunday morning. Whenever you come on, now Kobe, I live in Atlanta. Anywhere you want to eat on Sunday, I will take you to if I'm a lie about what I just told you. You are what I said y'all are. I'm not even worried about it. All that talking up, we this, we that. Y'all ain't never seen this. We didn't see, bro. We undefeated. What is you talking about? Everybody's wiping their bloody nose from us, and y'all gonna be the same way.
Everybody wiping their bloody nose from y'all.
I don't see nobody talking about whooping us. Grambling and fella looked up because who is Grambling?
Let's talk about it. We ain't had no slip up like that this year,
bro. The only slip up y'all did is playing us.
We ain't had that.
You should have let somebody else win, so you don't want two embarrassments in a row.
Man, I'm gonna say it just like this. Y'all should have beat FAMU. I argue about that when y'all played that game, Kobe. I said y'all should have beat FAMU. The ref was pure garbage, trash. Mr. Ford, how you doing? It's Doc.
Okay. Every time y'all bring FAMU loss, it's like the first game of the year with a new team and a new coach. I mean,
and then really think about it, the game should have been 25-22. You want to put
first game of the year.
Yeah.
All right. The first
and what did we do to FAMU? What did we do to FAMU?
I mean, show you what we did. I'm gonna show you what we did.
Y'all hired some homegrown talent. I'm proud of Jackson State. Everybody give me a round of applause. Everybody give me a round of applause. They hired some homegrown talent. And got a homegrown ass whooping.
We already know. I know what's gonna happen, sir.
Oh my God!
And Kobe, if you honest in your heart, you know what's gonna happen too.
Yeah, we gonna win. That's what's gonna happen.
And you believe that?
I wholeheartedly believe that. Yes.
And you're gonna come back on Sunday, and you're gonna be able to look me in the eyes, and we're gonna be able to talk about this. I like Benny Hunters too on Peachtree Street.
Did I not do it last year? Did I not go live?
I like Benny Hunters on Peachtree Street.
Hey, hold on, Max. Hold on, Max. It's about a million Peachtree Streets down in Atlanta, so you got to pick which one.
It's the one in Buckhead where I live at. That's where all the money at. Well, come on up and buy me one. Right? Yeah. And you got to bring a woman because I don't like to be sitting in no restaurant with two dudes, bro. It's already Atlanta, so you got to bring somebody with you.
That's your place.
No, I'm from. Hey, bro, I'm a Jacktown Jew. I just live out here and make money. I'm from Jacktown.
I like older women too. What's good?
Oh no, we good, Kobe. But no, all that fun, man. But either way, I want to meet you, man, because I've been following your show too, Kobe, man. You fair, you balanced, you know football. I'm just messing with you. I think we got you though. I really believe what I'm telling you now.
No, I
But,
get. I know
yeah.
this is all fun, man. This is all fun.
But I got no respect with your on your football knowledge though. You are a connoisseur of football, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Now, like, you know, like I said, everything that I'm saying and trolling on social media is just that I'm having fun with it. Of course, I respect.
But you know, I'm not joking with you now. You know, I'm telling you this.
Huh?
It's gonna be by 40.
It's go.
Every team we done played this year, I told Alabama that's the only time I regretted it. But I knew we were gonna beat them. But I was mad because we didn't get them by 40. Y'all are easy 40. Alabama was the toughest team we had this year. And I truthfully believe Alabama could beat y'all.
No, they can't. Oh no, they cannot.
Okay.
Alabama cannot beat this. I'm sorry. That's a good defense though.
You remember you last year, right? You remember I can go back and re-record you and it'll sound like the same Kobe I'm talking to right now.
That was last year.
But what was you saying last year? What was you saying? Man, you don't know our team, bro. Y'all ain't never played nobody. You ain't never went up against nobody like South Carolina.
I ain't said that.
Yeah, you did. Because I've been watching you for 4 years. I know what you said. You even had me sold on it.
Nah, hey. Last year was a bad year for us. All right, I admit that. Right?
Yeah, but you had everybody sold on, bro.
But we
y'all don't know what y'all coming up against. You've never seen. It's a tornado coming y'all way. You think y'all coached up in South Carolina?
It's a difference. That was the first game of the season, so y'all ain't had nothing else to go off of but my word.
Has it been a game since the last time we played y'all?
Huh?
Has it been a game since the last time we played y'all? That was last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
So what's different?
Have you not seen us play this year?
What did we just tell Southern? You're the same team you was in the beginning of the year. We only played y'all. It was only 5 months before we whooped y'all.
Yeah, Southern don't got the best quarterback. What HBCU plus? What was he? Offensive player of the year? Do Southern have that?
We ain't gonna argue about it. I told you what's gonna happen. And I stand know what's gonna happen.
Does Southern have one of the best offensive linemen in the FCS? Does Southern have best?
I ain't gonna say who's the best until we play.
Does Southern have 3 speedy receivers who all lead at the top of their conference? No, they don't.
But what is your conference? The MEAC, bro.
The MEAC.
You talking MEAC? We talking SWAC, bro.
Oh, if you remember.
Okay, we know the difference now. We proved that last year. We're gonna prove it again.
But y'all still gotta climb up. Y'all.
No. Oh, you just lost. What you mean we gotta climb up? Okay. So when we win this game, what you gonna call it then? Look.
No. Because I always give y'all credit. If y'all win, I just eat my crow. I ain't got no problem with that. I did it last year. I ain't got no problem with it.
Well, I'm gonna eat mine too, but I don't mind taking mine now. But I got a funny feeling I'm not gonna be taking mine this year. And I want everybody to look at this. And I want you to replay this to us. We ain't gonna be having no conversation about me apologizing to you.
You sure?
I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
Okay.
I'm already confident in that part.
Listen, I done told if we lose, all right, I'm gonna announce.
It ain't no if, it's by how many.
We lose, I will
by
announce
how many.
I will let y'all come up and say what y'all gotta say, and I'll be quiet.
No, I said you gonna be in my city. I want a free drink on you. We can go anywhere in that stadium and get my drink.
Man,
I ain't gonna catch money. You give me a damn milkshake,
comedy right here.
You gonna buy me some that day.
This is pure comedy right here.
So I'm 6'9". You can't miss me, bro. I'm gonna be the tallest big Negro you see with a Jackson State hat on, looking good. I'm gonna right up to you. Let's go to that bar, bro. I don't care who you interviewing. I need you to get up, go and get that drink. You come on, do your interviews.
This is pure comedy.
Oh,
hey man,
You got this on.
Anybody
You
else
got this
want to come
on
up
wax.
and speak their piece?
That's right. That's right.
You
Yeah,
got
I'm here, Kobe. Here,
hey,
Kobe.
you got this on wax. Hey, Timon, you got this on wax. What up,
Hey,
Kobe?
you see what I got in my hand, right?
Oh my goodness.
I look pretty confident about what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness.
I just want to go it on rewind on Sunday. That's all I need is just rewind.
You know what? I was gifted the JSU stuff too. They upstairs in my room right now. You know why I ain't got it down here? You know why I got this shirt? Because we're gonna.
Oh, you
win.
want to South Carolina though, right? You got to hold up. You got to hold up for your team, man.
I got to, and I'm glad y'all understand that.
It like a kid got a crackhead uncle. You know it's your uncle, but you're a crackhead, but you still got to hold up for him.
Hey, Kobe. Hey, Kobe.
I'm messing with you, Kobe. I got jokes, Kobe.
Hey, Kobe.
What's up,
man? Hey, that fireplace coming back to Dallas with me, man, after Sunday.
Man? Hey, you know what? You know what? If you win, I'll pack.
They're telling you to definitely. Let me go ahead and play. They're basically telling you that you need to dismantle the fireplace.
It's saying, hold on.
Yeah, I have a video of how to dismantle it to put it in the car with you, cause that fireplace not going back with you.
Hey, Zach, if we win, I'm buying a new fireplace. Know that. I'm already shopping. I already got it in the cart. That's how confident I am. Already got
it. That man went on Amazon to look for a new fireplace.
But all jokes aside, she and Kobe, y'all get to Atlanta. I'm gonna inbox you my number. Y'all call me, and I got dinner drinks on me Friday, and y'all can. I got a little spot right down from the drawer. I live right not far from it, and I just want to meet y'all in person. I got dinner drinks for you.
Thank you. That's nice. Thank you so much. And here it is right here. Compliments of Dre on.
Now that we removed the glass panel screws, we're ready to remove the glass panel.
This is us dismantling Kobe's fireplace.
Grab the glass panel and lift straight up and pull the glass panel out towards you to remove the glass panel.
There you go. So that's what you need to do.
Now that we removed the glass panel screws, we're ready to remove the glass panel.
We want to make sure that we get that fireplace, dismantle it completely. Last time we had you turn it off, but we actually won it this year.
Hey, we're gonna take that fireplace, put it in TC's office, man.
You know what? As petty as TC is, I bet he'll do it. Bet he'll do it. I'm pulling up to the team hotel because I want to talk to TC. And I want to tell him I didn't appreciate that point.
We're gonna put him in the fireplace, man. We're gonna try to get TC a ring light too. Hey man. Hey, now on real though, it's gonna be this is pretty much almost an evenly matched game though. As far as what we see as offense goes. I would say that. So, but we're gonna see how y'all receivers gonna get. Gonna see how the receivers do when playing against that no-fly zone.
Big D.
This really does have the potential to be probably the best celebration bowl to date.
I think so.
It's gonna be
Y'all
hard.
comment in the chat the score.
Huh?
Comment in the chat the score and who y'all got.
You know Jackson State gonna say by 40. You know what we gonna say anyway. Everything we do is by 40.
That's our motto.
Yeah, it's how this Kobe really is. That's our motto, by 40. It's just something we say. We'll take it. We'll take it. We get it by 1, but we all gonna say by 40. We all gonna say.
Hey, so what? Hey, bro, what's the deal with Eric Phoenix, bro? I heard he ain't doing too good as far as with his ankle injury.
None of that. Ain't none of that. I promise you, he had more than enough time. That ankle injury wasn't that bad.
The coaches told you to say that, Kobe.
Hey, am I pump faking?
I know you. Now you a spy right now, bro. I don't trust that come out of your mouth right now. Any other time I'm gonna trust you, but today we are mortal enemy. I don't trust nothing you saying.
Hey, Kobe, go on there and tell him this. Go tell him this. Hey, TC no better listen to you, man. He listening, but he ain't listening to you. We ready for everything y'all bringing, bro. You can bring him on out there. We're gonna put him back out the game in 2 or 3 plays anyway.
Dang.
He may not want to come. He may not want to come out there half injured against our defense, bro. Because them boys gonna put you somewhere. Piedmont already open and Grady stay open.
Hey, so did you say Grady stay open, man?
Stay open, bro. I'm finna tell you, bro. I've been in Atlanta since '97. They don't never close. I know I've been up there a couple of times myself back in the day. But nah, yeah, too bad. He ain't gonna be the whole. If he injured, bro, he don't want to get on the field with us, bro. He really don't. If y'all want that man to make it to the NFL, you better keep him off the football field.
Oh my God, man. Hey, Eric, wait.
Okay.
So, do we have any South Carolina State fans that want to come up with a rebuttal? Because Kobe done got kind of speechless.
And my thing about Kobe is, who is all these South Carolina fans in Atlanta that you talking about? I ain't seen. I've been in Atlanta since '97. I didn't see one South Carolina shirt since 1997. JSU is everywhere. I even seen Valley. You know, if you see Valley, boy, you got to be close to Mississippi Valley to see that. But even they out here, I ain't seen no South Carolina. Who are these fans that you speak of in Atlanta?
I got family who up in there.
Where's your watch party? Where's your watch party in Atlanta? Cause we in 4 spots. What is that South Carolina watch party? Cause it ain't one.
Damn, he's got you speechless. Fight back, Kobe.
Anybody in the inbox from South Carolina live in Atlanta, tell me where y'all watch parties at, because I will come myself, because I want to see it.
Okay.
I've seen a lot. It's like seeing a purple monkey to see a South Carolina watch party. I ain't never seen but one jersey.
You said what?
And that I saw ain't nobody out here wearing no SC except when they come out and they lose, then all the jerseys left. Remember when they played us last year?
All right, Brother Bakari.
Everybody see that on South Carolina. When they left, I thought everybody was Jackson State. I think they had one in their car.
So what you seen in 2021?
Bruh, I don't see that following Atlanta that y'all say y'all got in Atlanta. Anybody from Atlanta that disagrees with me who lives in the A, tell me how many SC shirts you see out here. I see a bunch of FAMU. I do see a bunch of FAMU. I'm gonna give it where I see it. You know, Morehouse, Spelman, all that, the AU, you're gonna see that. But it's mostly Jackson State and FAMU. I don't see no SC out here. I don't see no Howard. I don't see nothing.
Listen, Brandon, fight back. I can't. This is a Jackson State. I knew what I was getting into.
Your South Carolina fans is out. They
but you said they in the A, bro. You said what there you go. You said they in that right there. I've been here a long time. I know what's out here.
I know I walked.
Come on, Brother Bakari.
I know I walked into the lines and it's cool. It is okay. Y'all can have this battle. This is the only thing y'all gonna win.
Uh-oh.
I want y'all to be as happy and as confident as y'all are right now, because it's not gonna be like that Saturday.
I know you said that last year.
It's not gonna be like that. I'm sorry.
You like that?
It's
not. You like that? You ever seen that person invite you to the club and swear they ain't gonna never get drunk no more, but you know they're gonna get drunk again? That's you talking about South Carolina right now.
Oh no, I know.
Hey, Brother Bakari.
Happy though. I want y'all to have the quotes. I want y'all to all that. Have fun from now until Saturday. Y'all have fun with it. Because when we win, I'm gonna be unbearable. Y'all might have to. I'm not lying.
Are you really? Is that something in your mind right now? Are you really waking up in the morning thinking about something like that?
The only thing I'm thinking about is what I'm gonna do after we win that trophy.
Well, don't worry about that. If that's all you thinking about, bro? I got some thoughts you need to put some more thought into, so man, you can make some.
Hey, Brother Bakari, how you doing?
What's going on, Timona? How you doing? I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for coming to the panel.
Peace to everybody on the panel. What's up, Doc? Kobe? I don't know the brother name right there who giving it to Kobe, but what's up?
Maximilian, baby, Maximilian.
Okay, Maximilian.
Don't worry about the max. Just don't worry about the max. Just worry about the
just
max.
call you million. Just call you million. I got you.
They know. Everybody from college. They know who I am. I run an oil company out here, but I'm being funny. But I made my name. But go ahead, run it, bro. I hate to interrupt you.
Look, I got Kobe. You do a good you have a good podcast. I'm a subscriber. You're not biased, but I'm gonna be honest. Doc said I'm looking through blue and white glasses. That's what he said before the Southern game. After the South Carolina State game, he gonna see I was not looking through blue and white glasses. Jackson State is gonna be too deep for South Carolina State. It's going to be a good game early. South Carolina State have a good team, but I think Jackson State depth is going to wear them down, and I see a minimum of 17-point victory for Jackson State. But it's going to be a good game, though. It's not just going to be a dog walk from beginning to end. I believe we're going to wear them down. South Carolina State posed some things that we haven't seen much of, the way they spread the ball, spread their receivers. We can't play 10 yards off their receivers because South Carolina State will take their 5 yards all the way down the field. They will throw their short pass all the way down the field. But I saw them against Tennessee Tech, and I saw Tennessee Tech give them some problems. Tennessee Tech is a decent team, but I think Jackson State depth will wear South Carolina State down. That's no shot. That's nothing wrong with being worn down by Jackson State. That what has happened to everybody. The way you say Georgia Southern, whoever that was y'all played, Georgia Southern, Georgia State, wore y'all down. Y'all was in the game early.
Right, they was. Yeah, that's exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it started off 0-0. So y'all were in the game. But I think it's going to be similar. I'm not saying the score is going to be like 42-14. That's not what I'm saying. But I do see at least a 17-point victory. But I
so
do
you
think
you saying by 40.
But I'm giving them their props for having a good team and spreading them. And I'm giving what Jackson State gonna have to watch, what Jackson State gonna have to look for, what they're gonna have to defend. Because they're gonna have to defend those. They're gonna have to defend that spread. Remember when Southern went into that spread offense for about 38 seconds? For about 38 seconds, they gave Jackson State problems.
They had something going for about 5 seconds, didn't they?
Yeah, for about 38 seconds. They gave Jackson.
They had a plan, boy.
They gave Jackson State. They gave Jackson State problems. So that's why I say I see the game being good and close early, but by midway through the third quarter, Jackson State will have been imposed as will, and everybody by midway the third quarter toward the end of the third, everybody would know, well, Jackson State gonna win this game. And I think that's just what's gonna happen. Gonna wear them down.
That's what I think too, man.
I think they're gonna wear them down.
But all respect, now we gotta let's be realistic. We all joking. SC is a good football team, man, and we ain't talking about y'all like y'all Valance, Kobe. Now that's what I'm trying to say. We respect y'all.
Yeah, South Carolina State got a good team.
Y'all got a good team now.
Yeah, South Carolina State has a good team.
But it ain't what you think, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not what you think. It's what we know.
I didn't expect y'all to come on here and say we gonna win. Everything y'all saying, I expect you to say. It's cool.
I don't like telling you you're gonna lose. I like to tell everybody they might win. It's just no chance, brother. And if I figured out a way for you to win, I would call your coach and give y'all some ways to run it. But it's just, man, it's just too much.
So, Brother Picard, what are the keys to winning the game?
With Jackson State keys?
Yeah, what are Jackson State keys?
Of course we're gonna run the ball, and I think this is just me. If I'm thinking that they're gonna try what I say the last 3 teams tried, so we're gonna have open the middle of the field will be open,
right?
Because I noticed Alcorn tried what Alabama State did, and we didn't take advantage of it against Alabama State, but we took advantage of it against Alcorn, and Southern was trying to too, blitzing up the middle,
and people saw a little success with that. So we're gonna run the ball, short passes. Mostly in the middle is probably what will be open. Run the ball, short passes, and take your shot when you have the chance to take your shot downfield, control the ball. Not a lot of penalties. Not a lot of penalties. We can't do a lot. We can't do a lot of penalties. We can't get down the inside that red zone and get penalized against South Carolina State, or the ball slip, and that was bad because it really just slipped out of Jacobian hand against South Carolina State the way it did Southern. When I compared the offense, I'm not saying Southern offense is as good as South Carolina State's at all, but I still see Jackson State being. I'm just being my opinion. Jackson State on a game. Jackson State is 3, and I've been saying it. Jackson State is 3 touchdowns better, 2 to 3 touchdowns better than every team in the SWAC or the MEAC. Shit. People talk about they got lucky against FAMU late in the game, but it was a 2 touchdown win, 35-21. It was still a 2 touchdown win, 35-21. But that's Jackson State keys in bumping up on defense. They're gonna have to get physical with those receivers, and when they get a chance to hit Phoenix, they're gonna have to knock the hell out of him. But I'm gonna be honest, Phoenix ain't Phoenix. They good. I'm gonna be honest. South Carolina State got a good team. South Carolina State, they have a good team. I don't think they're here by accident.
Definitely not.
They are not here by accident. They have a good team.
Yeah.
Mr.
But
Ford,
I think Jackson State depth wear them down.
Mr. Ford,
Uh-huh.
what do you think about this matchup? South Carolina State and Jackson State. How do you think? What are the keys to the game? And do you think it's going to be a close game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. I think the team that makes the least amount of mistakes, who wins the turnover battle. I think special teams is going to play a big role in this game. Yeah. I think it's going to come. I think it's going to be a classic. I think it's going to be an epic. I personally, I don't. For some reason, I feel like it could possibly be the best Celebration Bowl ever.
Doc?
Can I give? Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna give you my read. But go ahead.
Okay,
So,
go ahead and give your
my
previous read.
No. Let go
I'm gonna
ahead.
let Doc go, and then you.
Yeah.
So the keys to winning the game for Jackson State is, first of all, put your hands on the receivers at the line, got to jam them up. Um, I feel like Coach Quinn might put Rob McDaniel back at cornerback in this matchup. Also think about containing the defensive ends, Broaden and Ashai Hall. You got to contain them because they are quick off the ball when it comes to rushing. Ashad is more speed. I think Jaden he's more power, but he has the ability to use his speed also to get to the quarterback. And basically, we just got to run the ball. We just got to be formidable as far as running the ball. And then the biggest thing for Jackson State is we can't start off slow. We got to start off fast. We can't start off slow like we have been the last couple of games. But y'all know we do start off slow. We do know how to make the adjustments in the second half, and that when it comes to defense, Jacobian has to be. He has to basically play within the game. If he don't see anything that's checked down, and take the ball, tuck it and run. We also got to make sure we can get the linebackers out the middle of the field for South Carolina State because they do have some good linebackers. I would say that. On defense, hey, we just got to go out there and play with bad intentions. That's
bad intentions.
Tamana, when I tell you at the game on Saturday, that D line, Tamon Wells looked at me. I was sitting on the sideline. I was standing on the sideline with Blue. Tamon Wells looked at me, and this man looked like he had bad intentions, like he's getting ready to go into a prison fight. That's
But
how
Miss
you.
Kobe said not so fast that Jackson State has never met an offensive line like South Carolina State's. Kobe, what are your keys to the game for your team?
The thing is, it goes through Irv. That's just is what it is. I'm going to focus on Irv. Again, that's not somebody you can stop, but you can contain him. I'm going to focus on Irv. I'm going to gang tackle him because he's probably the best in the nation when it comes to yards after contact. He keeps driving his legs. So I'm going to gang tackle him and make sure on the initial contact he's going down. None of that extra yard stuff. And if I take care of that, I'm going to ask Jacoby and Morgan to win it for y'all. That's what I want. I want to ask Jacoby, and I want to put the game in Jacoby's hands if I'm a defensive coordinator. And I say, if you could beat me, I'll be it. All power to you. But I want to see you do it. I want Jacoby to be the one to win that game for y'all. So I'm going to focus on Irv Mulligan. That's what I'm going to do. So that's that. Number one, offensively, we get off fast. That's just what we've been able to do all season. Every game we played, aside from Georgia Southern, we get off to fast starts and we maintain it. Y'all are a second half team, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how fast of a start we get off Saturday. If we get off to such where you kind of have to play, you kind of have to catch up in the second half. Time starts to work against you, right? So you can't run as much. You're gonna have to put that ball in the air a little bit. And again, that just goes back to Jacoby and Morgan. Can he do it? The same way we had to ask Corey in our first Celebration Bowl to win that game for us when we weren't a passing team at all. Ask Jacoby and Morgan. I want to see Jacoby and Morgan do that. I want to see him lead y'all to that victory. Also, we have to be disciplined because we do struggle with that, and it's not like the regular penalties, right? Like holding or anything like that. We celebrate a lot. We talk a lot. I don't want to see senseless penalties. I think we need to cut that out because this is the championship. I don't need unnecessary stuff working against us. But I want to focus on Irv. Okay, I want to stop those extra yards, and I want to make Jacoby and win the game.
That's a fair assessment. I'll go with that one. I differ with you a little bit, but I'll go with what Jackson State needs to do. It's my turn.
Yeah, you can go ahead in less than 2 minutes.
Well, I'm good with what I do because everything I say is right. Kobe, last thing I said about Jackson State, everybody got mad about. You know what our problem was? Discipline. Discipline will lose football games when I don't care damn how much talent you got. But if you putting your team back 20 yards, you might as well be on other teams' offense.
Right.
Now that's facts. I will agree with you on that. Discipline is the first thing. Second thing is you take what the defense gives you.
Mm-hmm.
Do your reads quicker. Don't be looking down the field. You got a 20-yard pass or a 10-yard pass, and use a cross route. Take it. Jackson State is terrible with cross routes. The guy sitting out there 15 yards, take them 15. All you trying to do is get to the end zone, bro. So when everything ain't got to be a run or a pass. That's what you got cross routes for, right, Kobe?
Right.
Run that. Take what they give you. The last thing, the most crucial part about what we got to do as a team is to play as a unit. Be game aware. Every move that you make matters. Get on the field. Don't be out there messing around and get from your position back to the line. I see that in the HBCU football more than anything in the world. They're sitting out there joking around. Man, boy, get back to the line. Mm-hmm. That kind of stuff matters. Keep it in order.
I will say this too, and I think this goes for both teams. Don't overthink it, right? Do what got you here, right? Like, this is, at the end of the day, this is a championship. This is important, but you just treat it like it's another game with a little bit more respect for the opponent that you're facing because this is the best of the best who made it here. But do what got you here. Don't overthink it. Don't try to get cute. Don't think you got to come out and be something that you're not just to try to catch them off guard. No, there's a reason why you make it hard. You have the talent that you do. So do what got you here. Don't overthink it. Play to your strengths. And like I'm going to come in with playing to my strengths until you show me that you aren't going to allow.
You can't stop it. That you can't stop it.
Exactly.
Facts.
All right.
Now Nick
So
Saban
I'm
said it
gonna
last.
ask,
Nick
moving
Saban
on,
said
because
it
we
best.
only
He
have
said, "You keep doing it until they stop."
So we only have a couple more minutes left before we end the live. So I'm going to ask in the chat. We're going to go through each position and then you answer it in the chat, which is basically which team do you think has the edge over the other team. So the first one that we're going to do is defensive line. Who do you think? Wait, let me end this. I'm going to do a poll in the chat. Who do you think has the edge in defense? Is it South Carolina State, or is it going to be Jackson State? I have the poll going now, and then I'm just going to ask everybody on the panel, and then please try to keep it to like less than 1 minute. I'm going to start with Mr. Ford. Who do you think has the edge on defense? Is it Jackson State or South Carolina State, Mr. Ford?
On defense?
Yes. Who has the edge?
South Carolina, Jackson State.
Stop.
Jackson State by far. I don't think they even see the defensive line other than when they played Morgan. But
Why do you keep saying when they played Morgan and they put up 54 points on them?
Well, it was, but because there was more of that was more on the fall of the offense for Morgan instead of the defense. But a defensive line like Morgan State is pretty much similar to what we have right there. I mean,
Brother Bakari.
Oh, Jackson State had an advantage on the D line, their talent and their depth. They had an advantage on the D line.
There's a couple of people in the chat saying D-line is a push. Kobe, what do you think defensively?
Zach literally has said it perfectly. Our edge, Jaden Broughton and Assad Hall, were at one point in the season both top 10 in the FCS in sacks. Both of them. One is now number 3. I think Jaden Broughton is number 18. We're better on the edge. Now inside, yes, that's y'all. I can be fair to say that.
Max?
I would say it's be fair, but this is where I look at it. It depends on which defense shows up that day, because I've seen them both be lacking on certain games. So it depends on which defense decides to show up. But if both of them show up the way that they are known to do, I would give it to Jackson State. But that don't mean that I've seen Jackson State not show up. So it depends on who shows up Saturday. That's what it really boils down to. But if they show up, I'll give it to Jackson State.
So for me, when I know that Blue is saying that the edge rushers at South Carolina State are different and that the defensive tackles at Jackson State, so basically the True Thompson, Jeremiah Williams, but I feel like our hybrids, so Philip Webb, Joshua Nobles, we got some guys that can put their hand in the dirt and they can also come up off the edge. And I like that Jackson State does a little 1-2 step before the offense snaps the ball and kind of switches. They might start off with a 3-man front and then switch over to confuse the quarterback before he snaps the ball. I feel like defensively, Jackson State is going to make Eric Phoenix run. We're going to see some quarterback hurries, which means that if he throws the ball, he might throw the ball off. And that's when our secondary comes into play. So, yeah. We have to be really quick on the voting because it's just going to be one after the other. Okay, so next we have offense. Starting with Mr. Ford. Which team do you feel offensively has the upper hand?
If that Phoenix kid is healthy, South Carolina State.
So if he's not playing, then what?
Definitely Jackson.
Okay.
If that Phoenix kid is healthy now, if he's ready to go, yeah, it's South Carolina. They're very
Kobe
explosive.
said he was ready to go.
Yeah, if he's ready to go, yeah, I favor their offense.
Now, some people are wanting you to do like offense, like splitting up the offense. So some people want to do offensive line, wide receivers, quarterbacks. Y'all are really trying to break it down all the way through. Huh?
Which they should, because it matters. It's a big difference. It's a lot of different aspects to that.
Okay, so quarterback, Mr. Ford, who has the edge? You said Eric Phoenix.
Yeah, Eric Phoenix. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, who do you have at offensive line? Who has the upper edge?
That's a toss-up. Both of those offensive lines are really good, and they're well coached. Both of them are well coached.
Wide receiver.
I'd probably go with South Carolina State on the wide receivers.
Tight ends.
South Carolina State.
Brother Bakari.
So you say, well, we going by position, quarterback.
Okay,
Well,
no, yeah, we'll do positions because they're in the chat saying we have to break
okay.
it down.
So
Quarterback. Who?
if we
Quarterback.
going by position, we say quarterback. If you look at the numbers, I say that quarterback position is just a wash. If you look at the numbers, Jacobian didn't start a couple of games. If you look, Eric Phoenix had 2,300 yards. Jacobian had 2,000. He had 20 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Jacobian had 19 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Jacobian completed 60% of his passes. I think Jacobian get a bad rap. That quarterback position is a wash. Is the quarterback position is a wash. You say receivers, I take Jackson State receivers over any FCS school I've seen this year. I take Jackson State receivers. You can look at them. Jackson State, even if you go to overall offense, I think Jackson State offense averaged more points per game than South Carolina State, if I'm not mistaken. So they're getting a lot of because of the offense that they run. But obviously Jackson State offense is doing something right. What they're averaging, something like 36, 37 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously their offense is doing something right, and it's being overlooked. It's being overlooked. The offensive line, like Mr. Ford said, both of them have good offensive lines. The running game is most definitely Jackson State. We have Irv. Then once you give Irv a rest, we can go deep at the running back. We can go deep at the running back position. So when I say that, take their receivers, you got Fertillion, we got Spencer. If you can put Dupree, you put Dupree out there in the slot. I don't think their receivers. Like I said, I'm not even sure their offense is better than Jackson State's. If you look and see who averaged the most points, we can look at stats and say this one had the most yards, this one had the most that. But the offense supposed to score points. Which offense averaged the most points a game? And I believe that was Jackson State. Not 100% because I ain't looking at everything, but I believe that was Jackson State, who's averaging about 37 points a game. And I think the offense get overlooked because their defense has been playing so great as of late over the last 7 games.
Did you ever rebuttal for that, Kobe?
I'm gonna let him think what he wants. I'm not. I'm like.
He's like, at this point, I'm done. I'm done with you Negroes. I'm gonna let y'all think what you want to think. It's Saturday is doomsday for somebody not named Jackson State.
Okay, so you want my assessment, Cole, because I know the football game.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come down to quarterbacks on this game, and it depends on who's playing. I don't think your quarterbacks are going to be ready, and I also don't think Morgan is going to be ready. But truthfully, I think McDonald, man, don't never put water on a hot hand. That boy showed out last weekend. He proved that he deserves to. If Kobe Morgan is hurt right now, let McDonald get in. You saw, man, the game was going to get out of hand. We all saw the same game. Everybody in the stands was like, man, well, bruh, what's going on, bruh? Well, it's halftime. It's 3-3. And you get McDonald coming in and change the whole game and got a piece of ice in his hand. The MVP for that game. I wish you would put that boy on the sideline when he got a hot hand like that, because that's something y'all not used to. Don't put no ice on no hot hand. Morgan is hurt. And he been wishy-washy the whole season. I love my college. I went there in 1995. It ain't about the player. It's about winning. It's about where I went to. So if I criticize, I'm going to do it in every way I can. When I saw that day, McDonald was a better quarterback. Facts. No doubt. Even before he got hurt, McDonald was a better quarterback in that game. Give them both a chance. But I'm going to put McDonald out there. He the hot hand. Kobe already hurt. I'm going to put my boy back out there. If you did what you did.
Just FYI, we don't know the status on either quarterbacks. Eric
But
Phoenix
you don't put
Jacoby
water on a hot hand.
So now
that boy can scramble. He can throw. He can run that ball. He's dangerous.
We're gonna close.
That's my opinion.
What's your final score, Kobe?
I thought about this a lot.
You thought about the score?
Thought about this a lot.
Uh-huh.
And I want you to know, when I say what I'm about to say,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to go directly up. Okay, so I appreciate you for having me. Let me just say that.
Yes, thank you for coming. This was great.
I don't want to hear the blowback that I'm gonna get.
It's your team, man. Go ahead, bro.
That being said, I think both teams are great. I think they have a lot. I think they have a lot of things that goes in their favor. But my score prediction.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna drop.
We all know you're gonna win, so how much you gonna win? That's the question. We already know you're gonna win. But your prediction.
I'm gonna say 38-17. Y'all have a good night.
Heck nah. Hey man.
Mr. Ford, do you think it's gonna be 8-17 South Carolina?
I can't do a score, but I'm pulling for Jackson, but I think that South Carolina State should be favored. But I'm pulling for Jackson.
Do you think that it can also come down to coaching?
Yeah.
And adjustments?
Yeah, definitely.
South Carolina State, Dre. You ready for them Bulldogs, Mr. Ford?
Huh?
You ready for the Chinnisberry and them South Carolina State Bulldogs?
Listen, I done told I've been saying it this summer. We got to beat him this year. We got to beat him now. Because see, I told you this summer what he wants to do. See, he wants to do that A&T stuff. He wants to come in and win about 4 or 5 celebration bowls and all of that. We got to get him now. We got to stop him now.
Not with Big D not with Big D. Oh no.
Yeah, we got to stop him now.
Oh no, not with Big D in the house. We're not gonna let that happen. Sorry.
I'm gonna jump off. I'm getting my score prediction. I got Jackson State winning 38-20. But if it's a close game, remember we have a better special teams with kicker, and of course with the punter flipping the field. So
well, I mean the punter, I feel like the punters, now that we know that the 2021 punter is their current punter, they're gonna both be flipping the field.
And so basically, you know what I'm saying, just come out who the better offense and which defense going to be able to stop whoever. But it's always, to me, just stay by 40. Y'all have a good night, and hopefully I'll see everybody in Atlanta this weekend.
I want to thank everybody so much. Last week was so much fun. You know, we had Jaguar bites, Jaguar chili. It was so fun. Belt to ass, just like I predicted. They only scored 13 points. You know, I had an amazing time. I want to implore everybody that if you had fun on this particular show, and you would like to support me, please do so by sending me a love offering for the Celebration Bowl travel this weekend. All of my information is located at the bottom of the screen. I will be going live during Radio Row, and I'll be able to interview some of those coaches live. I'm thinking, because of how SWAC Media Day went, that the live may be members only when there is someone sitting in front of the camera, because I don't want nobody who also has a podcast cutting up on my stuff. You know, I want them to be respectful and act like they got some sense. And so I enjoy bringing the coaches, the commissioner, the ADs directly to you all. But, you know, I got to keep it professional on my line. So I will be taking questions prior to them coming live so that I can ask them the questions that you may have. And so catch me Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'll probably go live, probably like 1 o'clock, like I did last time when I was at SWAC Media Day, maybe a little bit earlier than that. And so I am excited to see everyone, excited for the matchup. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the live. Mr. Ford,
Uh-huh.
am I going to get to see you? Are you going to do a meet and greet, Mr. Ford?
Hey, Shia Love, can I say one thing before I get off?
It's She Loves Thee.
She loves thee, but y'all Texas,
Yes.
anybody from Mississippi, when you come here, get in the Uber. You not be driving around this city drinking and driving. They put you in jail the same way they will anywhere else, bro. I know y'all think you can come to Atlanta and party. You can in Atlanta. But if you're living in Cobb County, Clayton County, Henry County, wherever you get them hotels at, them folks will throw you under jail like Flowood and Madison will. Be careful when you
I
in
will not be. Yeah, I won't be.
yeah, be careful in this city now. Don't lose your
I'll be
license out here.
working. I'll be working.
But I'm saying it to the people that's listening that
Okay, yeah.
a Uber will cost you $25 to go to a hotel. A DUI will cost you $5,000 and a lot more money. Get in an Uber and they'll take you where you need to go. Don't be out there drinking and driving. I've been there a long time and I've seen a lot of people lose their license out here partying because they will put your ass in jail. Get in an Uber and go where you need to go. That's
Mr. Ford,
and I love you, sister. And I'm checking out on this one.
thank you for coming on, Max.
It's no problem. I love y'all, man. And go J State.
All right, go Jackson State. Mr. Ford, are you doing a meet and greet? You said you couldn't do a meet and greet in Jackson because you didn't want to get drug out by your ankles. But now we in Atlanta. We're in your city.
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, Mr. Ford be trying to hide and duck and hide and duck. So you're saying that you feel like you're rooting for Jackson to win, but you think it's going to be a close game.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna be like I told you, it's gonna be an epic collision. It's gonna be. Listen, we got the best two teams in HBCU football. We got the best two teams as far as personnel. Listen, this is gonna be, man. I can't
Y'all
wait.
type allegedly in the chat. Allegedly.
I can't wait.
Allegedly in the chat. I got some tea. Type allegedly in the chat. I don't see no allegeds in here. So you know how South Carolina State had 3 weeks to prepare for Jackson State?
It's been
Mr.
3
Ford.
weeks?
Yeah, it was 3 weeks.
Uh-uh.
So allegedly, Jackson State didn't even prepare for Southern's game. They've been preparing for South Carolina State all along. They didn't even.
Well, that was smart.
Mr. Ford, they said same team and didn't even do any adjustments for Southern. You know how you look at film and see what the matchups are and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Allegedly, they just said same team and said, let's focus on South Carolina State.
Well, remember what I said. As long as Mark Fredericks is the offensive coordinator at Southern University, they will never win the SWAC. Nobody will ever take them seriously. They will always be regarded as chumps as long as Mark Fredericks is the offensive coordinator.
Why do you keep saying that about Southern? They just won 8 games.
No. Always remember, nobody's going to take them serious. Their fans are not. See, I told you Southern fans are smart, okay? Because that game Saturday in Jackson should have had at least 45 to 50,000. The Southern people didn't come out because they don't believe in that offense at Southern. They don't believe in that stuff Mark Fredericks is doing. They not dumb.
So basically what you're saying is Southern knew they was going to get belt the ass on Saturday.
Yes, they did. They know it. They know. Listen,
knew they knew.
Terrence Graves did everything right except pick an offensive coordinator. He did not pick an offensive coordinator. He picked his partner. He picked a friend.
Mr. Ford, did you watch HBCU sports? Remember you came on that day and I told you I had to go on another live.
No.
Oh, okay. So I went on HBCU sports right before the Southern game with Kim Rashad. I did a show. And he said that he'll come on.
I did watch some of that. Yeah, I watched some of that.
So they were saying that I was being delusional for saying that the game is not going to be close. And I'd be surprised if
you were right. You were right.
I was just, and they were like, you're delusional. You're biased. I'm like, what are we talking about here? This is not that. Like, it's not. And you know what? They ended up scoring, instead of 15, they ended up scoring 13. But I will say this, those boys, those young men did give it their all, especially in the first half. They just didn't have an answer for that offense. They didn't have an answer for the defense.
Well, the difference in that game Saturday was they didn't have an answer for Zay McDonald. When Zay McDonald came in the game, they were just lost. They were. I mean, you could see it on Henry Miller's face. You could see it on Terrence's face. They were like, what is this? They couldn't match up with him. They had nothing for Zay McDonald.
Well,
I think if Zay had started, that game probably would have been 60-0.
Well, see, they've made, and that's the thing. We don't know who's the quarterbacks are. I mean, we can say that it's going to be Eric Phoenix and Jacoby and Morgan, right? But we don't know, right? You really don't know until game day who's going to be the starting quarterback. But I'll say this, they were like a deer in headlights, like you said, because everybody has prepared for Jacobian.
Yeah, they had no answer for Zay. They had no answer. He was a dual threat. They had no answer. Huh?
It's Zay McDonald.
Zay, okay.
That's
they had
Deuce
no.
McAllister. You know Deuce McAllister that used to play for the New Orleans Saints?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
That's his nephew.
Oh, he's something else. Listen, they had no answer for Zay. Nothing. They had no answer for him. But most defensive coordinators would tell you their greatest fear is a running quarterback. I mean, a lot of them will tell you that.
Now, Jacobian will take off, but I feel like TC wanted him to hone in on his passing, right? Because we have those running backs, right?
Uh,
Whereas with Zai, those are his packages. He can throw it. He threw a dart. It literally landed right in the young man's hands in the end zone. It really would have been 48 to 13 because that was a touchdown right there.
yeah, you're talking about the Dupree?
Yep. You saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I
That
saw
was
that. Yeah.
made. That was made
Oh,
right
yeah.
there. Made. So somebody in the chat, Miss Hattie Rawls, seems to think that Eric has a high ankle sprain. And how long does that take to heal?
Oh, that's different things for different folks. It depends. Some people get right over it. Some of it linger for a whole season.
So we'll just have to see at the quarterback helm what it
Right.
is. But I honestly, I was saying on the live with Southern when I was saying like it's not going to be a close game. The only way for Southern to move the ball is through penalties. I mean, technically, a lot of the times when Southern was moving the ball, it was because of penalties. Like that wasn't a lie. I feel like this
Southern doesn't have
game,
an identity. They don't have an identity on offense. I mean, they just
right?
trying things. They you don't know what they're about. Now, one thing they do want to do is just hand the ball off and people run up the middle. Now they do want to do that. But as far as imagination with the air game or the vertical game, they have no identity. They have
Right.
no identity.
So I think this game will be a low scoring game. Um, I don't actually think it's going to be by 40 unless if they don't necessarily have their starting quarterback because our defense is once they make those adjustments after halftime, 13 points in the last 7 games, Mr. Ford, 13 points.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
the
yeah.
only way that South Carolina State, which I just don't see, which is the starting fast and scoring fast. Coach TC has proven that he can score fast as well, come right out and score fast.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited about the game. It's like
I am too.
this
I
is
can't
probably
wait.
one of the most evenly matched celebration bowls in
I
terms
think it could
of
possibly be the greatest celebration bowl ever.
talent, coaching, schemes.
Yeah.
Just because last year's Howard versus FAMU, it was kind of so lopsided, right?
Yeah, and don't forget now, the offensive brain trust for South Carolina State, those are SWAC people. Okay, Jonathan Williams, SWAC. Chennisberry, SWAC. Those are
Chennisberry
SWAC
swag?
people. Chennisberry was at Southern for what, 6 or 7 years, wasn't he?
Ooh, not Chennisberry swag.
Yeah, he's SWAC. How many years was he at Southern?
I don't know, but if he is
He was
swag,
down there
then
with Coach Dawson Odoms for many years.
well, we're getting ready to see a crossover because Coach TC he's swag bred, but then he coached in the MEAC, right?
Yeah, well, I saw him with Jerry Mack. And congratulations to Jerry Mack and his new job at Kennesaw State.
Mm-hmm. They said like 6 to 8 years that he coached in the SWAC.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it'll be so interesting. And then you have, of course, our defensive lineman who played at Tuskegee during those. I think during the year that we lost to Tuskegee, he was actually playing. So he brings that physicality to the team.
Yeah.
They said that Chennisberry also was in the MEAC for years.
Yeah, he was at A&T. I think he was at Howard. Yeah.
But all right, Mr. Ford, I enjoyed myself thoroughly with this breakdown. Make sure that you like and subscribe and turn your notifications on for Friday Celebration Bowl live coverage from
What
Radio
time is that?
Row.
What time is Radio Row? What time is that
So Radio
broadcast?
Row is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I probably won't do a live until like later on in the afternoon, I'm guessing, after I've already done some interviews, so I could just play the interviews during the live. But you have any questions for them, Mr. Ford?
Yeah. Questions on what?
Do you have any questions for Coach Barry or Coach TC? Do you have any questions?
My main question is to the commissioner of the SWAC.
Oh
I need
Lord,
him to.
please don't say nothing about adding schools, please.
Yeah.
Please don't say
I
nothing
believe
about
we
adding.
need expansion. That's what I'd
Mr.
like
Ford,
for you to
I
talk
already
to him
asked
about.
him that question. Don't ask
Pose him
that question.
again.
I asked him already. He
Yeah,
said that the door is closed.
that's not good. That's not good.
Okay, so do you have any other questions? Because that ain't gonna fly. He gonna be looking at me like, how many are you gonna ask me that every time you get a chance to ask me a question? Are you really gonna ask about an expansion?
Yeah, definitely want to ask about expansion, but the whole thing about NIL transfer report. Are we going? Will our schools in FCS, will we be paying the students directly, or what? I want to know about these players' pay. How they are they going to be paid like they're paying them on the Division I level?
I thought that hasn't been all the way settled yet.
Right. I know that
I know he said that it hadn't been settled. I know he also said
because
that
I know they talking about revenue sharing and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know that they said we would be responsible for roughly $300,000. Each SWAC school would be responsible for roughly $300,000. I was like, where the heck are we going to get $300,000 to give some FBS teams? I don't understand why that wasn't like, where are the lawyers at the FCS level to say, hey, this isn't fair, but whatever.
Yeah. Hey, Clark, I think you're wrong about that. Willie's going to do well at FIU.
Well, some people were saying that
he
he got low pay because he's only getting $750,000, and I was like, well, number one, he's in the state of Florida, which I'm sure he's happy.
Well, that doubled his pay at FAM. FAM was paying him $300, right?
Yeah, he was making about I want to say he made like $450 maybe at Duke. So he's making $300,000 more.
He was making $500 at Duke, so he still got a $200,000 raise. That's not bad.
And he has NIL deals, and he doesn't have to worry about nutrition. He don't have to worry about his kids riding a bus to go from a football game to another football game. But he revealed that he actually tried to get the FIU game gig in 2022.
Oh, okay.
So it might not have necessarily been all the way the AD's fault, because he was looking for an exit plan in 2022.
Well, listen, I think he's going to do well down there. Like I said, congratulations to Willie Simmons. And Willie's, in my estimation, is a bright young coach. What's his age? How old is he?
I don't know.
Is he early 40s? What is he? Early 40s?
Oh, I'm not sure how old he is.
Yeah, somebody said he's 44.
He made it big time, Willie.
Don't do well down there at FIU.
Mr. Voorhees really did make it big time, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to do well. He's Conference USA. I think that the big dog in Conference USA is Jacksonville State. Their coach is leaving. I think Rich Rodriguez is going to go back to West Virginia University, WVU. And it's going to be some new heads, new powers in that Conference USA. And he could be one of them.
So my question is, will he do similar to Deion Sanders and raid the talent at FAMU, or is he going to start?
I don't think he's going to have to raid it. You know them kids are loyal to him. If he wants them, if they want to go to FIU and he takes them, they going. I don't think he got to raid. I don't even think he got to ask them. I think they're going to ask him.
So, do you think he's going to take some of the coaches that he had?
Yeah, I'm
Like,
quite sure.
do you
Smitty
think he's going
Rock,
to go get Smitty
listen,
from?
Smitty Rock, Joseph Henry, the kid from Prairie View, what's his name? He's with the Falcons. What's his name?
KJ Black?
KJ Black. Look for KJ Black to go down to Miami. Smitty Rock. There's a guy that was up at Purdue. All of them just got fired. He was a defensive back coach about 3-4 years ago at FAM. You look for him to go. Yeah, those people that he's going to bring in, they're going to be familiar. Possibly Ralph Street, but I'm quite sure Smitty Rock will be the defensive coordinator. Yeah, definitely. Joseph Henry will be offensive line. KJ Black will probably be
so
offensive
Joseph
coordinator.
Henry gets to go down there with him?
Yeah, Joseph Henry's going with him. You can bet that. Yeah,
they said that is he going to get the recruiting guy back from Colorado?
Possibility. Yeah, he might. Yeah, I'm quite sure he's ready to leave Colorado. Yeah, and go down to Miami. Oh yeah, and they're gonna pay him too. Yeah,
he's going to get the insurance he hasn't been able to have.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it'll be a lot of familiar people. It'll be a lot of familiar people. Yeah, probably take Billy Roll. Billy Roll will probably be on that staff too.
You think he's gonna take him too? That's the whole.
Yeah,
that's
Billy's a high school legend, coaching legend down in Miami. Yeah.
What about Teddy Bridgewater? I would be trying to get him on the staff.
Well, we have to. I don't know. You know, like I said,
I want to say he only has been there for 1 year, and Teddy Bridgewater has.
He won the state, didn't it? Did he win the state championship?
They're headed to the state title game.
What was the school? Was it Northwestern?
Miami Northwestern is headed to the state title game in the first season under head coach Teddy Bridgewater. If I'm an HBCU and I'm over here trying to test the waters with a type of celebrity or something like that, depending on if he wins his state title, that's a coach that you would go after. One that's actually worked with kids at the high school level.
Yeah, and let me tell you another guy. These black colleges need to look at is that offensive coordinator at Florida A&M, Henry Burris. I think he's ready. Listen, I think he's head coaching material.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see those hires, whether or not he'll get some HBCU staff and bring them with him along the way. Mr. Ford, I guess I will be seeing you. It's Tuesday. I'm not sure if I'll have a live on Thursday or not.
Okay.
I might have one on Thursday, maybe.
Okay. All right.
So you have a blessed rest of your week.
Oh yeah, and I can't wait for the game Saturday.
It's only less than 5 days away.
Yes.
Have a good night.
And he made a big time, Willie! 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 He gone! Willie!
Hello, welcome back to Lessons with Kobe. Today, we will be learning the term belt to ass in sign language. First, we're going to break it down. Stay with me. Belt to ass. One more time. Belt to ass. Together now. Belt to ass. And that concludes my lesson. See you next season.